So, good morning, happy Thursday. And after a long time, actually, I took a little longer break. And I'm very grateful to each one of you who are here for being here. So, I was having a good time, and I hope with all the experiences that I have, I may be of better use to all of you. So, let's start with an invocation. So, we will do invocation together, and first we will meditate and then we will just go ahead. Are there new people today, like who have just joined this meditation for the first time? Are there, like you can raise hands or you can just write in the chat? No new ones. We are all the old ones. Yes. Okay. So for all those who are new, we do the Archangel meditation, and that Archangel meditation is the one that is there already in the voice. So you can just listen and it is shared. Let's do it together. I will play an audio. We will all do it together. And if ever the ones who are new, if ever you had any doubt related to it after experiencing, just write in the chat and I'll try my best to put it in a better words. Okay. It's so good to see now we are all old people, ancient ones. Let's meditate. Let's invoke together, meditate together, and then we will just move ahead. Okay. So gently touch your heart, gently touch your crown. Put your hands together in front of your heart. We'll do the wholeness invocation to the Most High and the Holy Divine Supreme Mother. Thank you for divine peace. Thank you for divine love, mercy, and grace. We humbly invoke for your divine guidance, help, healing, and protection. Open your arms as if to receive, tilt your head forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you for blessing all of us with a healthy and fit body, clear heart and mind, wholesome and correct speech, faithful and grateful soul, on all levels, in all directions, with humility, love, and respect, in full faith. So be it. We'll do the prayer for wholeness. May I be a humble servant for the Most High and the Holy Divine Supreme Mother, with this whole body, heart, mind, speech, and soul. Gently put your hands in blessing position. May I show compassionate activity towards every person and every being without exception, in the higher, in the middle, in the lower worlds, and in all 10 directions. Gently put your hands in the prayer mudra in front of your heart. Hallelujah. Shalom. Asheo in full faith. You can put your hands on your lap facing upwards. We will chant Om thrice. Om. 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 Continue to keep your eyes closed and we will meditate together. I hope you all had a good meditation. So before we move ahead with, okay, I'm sharing the picture of, there's a mantram for world service. I think most of us who have been there with Archangel Meditation for a lot of time, I'm sure you all know it. We call it the Great Invocation. The Great Invocation is that mantram, that prayer that is there for world service. So once we are in such good energies, let's do it 3 times. I understand not everybody will know it, so I'm just sharing the picture. You can read it along with me as we do it. And then I will share a little bit more why we did it, okay? But before we use our mind, let's say, into it, let's do it 3 times with me, please. I hope you all can see it, right? Put your hands in blessing position. Keep your feet touching the floor. We'll do it 3 times slowly. The Great Invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men. The purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. The Great Invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men. The purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. The Great Invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Be aware of your hands, be aware of the soles of your feet. We'll chant Om thrice and allow all the energies that is in excess in our system be released as a blessing to Mother Earth. Om. 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 Let's intend that whatever is in excess in me be released as a blessing to Mother Earth, be released as a blessing to every person, every being without exception. Mentally or verbally affirm, I'm strongly rooted and grounded to Mother Earth. Thank you. So, thank you for joining me in that. So, a lot of us already know about the Great Invocation. It is the prayer that is supposed to be used. But why did I do it 3 times in this manner for the first time in the history of Archangel Meditation? Okay, so all those who are new, my name is Kim, as it is written, and I really love reading books. And in my life, I have gone through a lot of challenges as anyone else, and I'm still going through challenges as anyone else. And the books, the knowledge, the teachings have always been a savior, along with the teachers and the family and everybody else. But the foundation has been, a lot of time people say something. So let's say if I'm going through a very difficult time and then somebody is, in Hindi we say bahut gyan baat rahe hai, as if somebody is lecturing or giving a lot of knowledge, then you don't really follow, right? It is like, yeah, you better be in my shoes and then I will see how much of knowledge is flowing through you, right? Generally that happens, if especially if we are heartbroken or we are going through a mess. But then when you read books, then it becomes very impersonal, as if there is no person who is kind of trying to show off or teach you or guide you. Why? Because first, first and foremost, you are the one taking it and reading it, right? So when we are the one choosing to do something, there is more receptivity, anyways. And then when we know that there is no drama attached, it is just talking about the knowledge. We kind of say, okay, sometimes we challenge the knowledge and say, okay, let me see how much of it is true. But most of the time, when we read, it transforms, it changes something within. So my best friend has been the books. I'm grateful to Master Cho Kuk Sui, my spiritual teacher, who recommended amazing teachers. And one of my favorite authors is Torkom Saraydarian. So recently, I have been reading this book. So this is a book that calls The Legend of Shambhala. Okay. And I think a lot of us must have heard the word. And then when I was reading this, it was very beautifully mentioned that how all those people who say that there will be a time when there will be a May Day and then the entire humanity will, just turn into ashes or whatever, blah, blah, blah. The author says it's all false. It's all the work of, the dark beings, let's say, or all those who have read Battling Dark Forces. You may understand how the dark forces work and how they create illusion and how they use every bit of their energy to create more fear, anger, hatred, resentment, right? But then it is said that, and in that also, when we were learning about the layers and how that entire organization of dark forces work, we understood that there is a limit where they can impact. Beyond that, even they are not allowed. And that is why we have the very powerful statement in the great invocation that says that may it seal the door where evil dwells, that where the evil dwells, seal the door. And then not every time. That's why we have stories where we always celebrate every year victory of good over evil. And they're all in all religion, you see that, right? It's not just in one, in every religion, right? So when I was reading this, it was such a beautiful book which was talking about that there are beings who are actually taking care of the humanity. The book is The Legend of Shambhala. It's again by Torkom Saraydarian. Very simple. Like, I would not say very simple. The words are simple, but I also understand that the legend of Shambhala. I also understand that we humans are so limited in our understanding that if I have not experienced something, if I do not have mental understanding, I'll not believe it. So what inner world? I don't know inner world. I just feel, it's like that's how we humans have been like toddlers. It's like, oh, I don't know this because I have never tasted this. Then we say, please taste. And then we say, okay, now I know this. So the Archangel meditation happens every Thursday. So we are back every Thursday, 9 a.m. We will meet. First, we will do the meditation so that all those who are in hurry, you can do the meditation and you can leave. And all those who can spare a little more time, please stay with me. We always come up with something knowledgeable which is of help. And all those who miss, we record the session and we upload it on YouTube, and you can go through it later. So coming back, please. So when I was reading this, it's such a beautiful thing which mentioned that in the divine plan, the plan has evolution, right? There are nitty-gritties we are not aware, but then there are beings. So there are the beings in Shambhala, then there are the beings in the hierarchy, and then there are beings like the Christ consciousness who connect the hierarchy to the humanity. And then that's how the plan of the laws of the Lord, let's say the plan of the Holy Divine Supreme Father, goes to Shambhala, from Shambhala comes to hierarchy, from hierarchy comes to human beings in a way where our life starts moving in a certain way, right? But ultimately, everything is happening so that we as humans, we reach to a point where there are no wars, there is no need for any law and order, there is no need for any police, there is no need for you to have locks. Why? Because every individual is so much in alignment with the divine plan. Can you just imagine how beautiful it is? And if you notice, that is why in that Aquarius age, like that is coming, what is happening? More and more spiritual groups are coming in. Interestingly, my daughter yesterday, she was saying, "What are you reading?" And then when I was just talking or something, she said, "Mama, I don't understand how many people are aware of all this knowledge." And then she continued, "I see there are so many people who are talking about the similar things, and there are so many followers." I said, "Yes, that's how it is. There are so many people in different ways. They are talking about God. They're talking about goodness. Some people are talking about esoteric knowledge, but at the same time, a lot of us follow still the stories of Krishna and Rama and all of that. But they are still trying to develop those aspects, right? Those aspects where they are leading that, okay, you can be a good person. There is an ideal like Christ, there is an ideal like Krishna, there is an ideal like Sai Baba, there is an ideal like Buddha. And then she, and I think my husband also said, that means we all individually are very important. So in the life of our, like in the journey of our life, at times we think, oh my God, what useless my life is, what am I even doing, just cooking, feeding? No, each one of us are playing such an important role. Some people are playing that role inside the family, some people are playing it outside, some people are playing it in their offices. The thing is, wherever you are, whichever capacity you are, if you are a good being, if you are living by the higher principles, your presence becomes transformatory. My famous, not the famous, I would say, my most favorite line is the Bargat ka ped. It is, I don't know how, again, I keep on forgetting its English word. It is like that healthy old tree who just transmute, like who clears the pollution. So it is like as you become a good being internally, day after day, trying to be better, it is like you become that transformatory tree wherever you are. At times, just your presence makes a difference. Banyan tree, thank you. So you become the banyan tree. So whichever capacity you go, as if your branches are increasing, people get inspired by you, and then you are just transmuting the energy all around. So in that book, when I was reading, it was said that at times the Lord of, let's say, we talk about Sanat Kumara, a lot of people know, or let's say the one who is taking care of the planet Earth, in the crisis, even that being asked for external help, when humanity is in big time crisis, that we need more spiritual beings. And it was very beautiful that when, as humans, when a lot of us come together, when more number of us come together, and then when we invoke, the invocation has the power to let or call or evoke a lot of higher beings to come together and provide and manifest those things. The great invocation is given to humanity by a very great teacher. And it was actually mentioned in this book that when people come together and do this great invocation, it creates that kind of calling, that evocation, where the higher beings from different areas come together to seal the door wherein dwells. But it works the best, and the only way it has to be done, no personal request, You just put the hands in blessing position, say it slowly, and radiate it all across. No personal gains, but just imagine when we are invoking for light, love, power for everyone. We are included already. Already we are included. We have to come up with our personal gains. Okay. So it's a very beautiful book. It gives a lot of hope. So that was the reason, and I love that poster that was shared. So I use that because it has all those, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai kind, that they are. It's not the prayer. When the word Christ, it is not related to any religion. It is for humanity. And when we say men, men, it talks about the human, and we are human, right? So it is the original version, and so I think every Thursday we will do that just after. And if ever somebody says why, then I will share this recording that please go through the explanation. Because I really want to build that thought form that strong that there comes a day where there is no need for police, there is no need for law and order, because there's no need for, like, like the traffic people taking care, because everybody is just flowing. Just imagine how beautiful it would be. Like, there is no fear. Everybody is just so much in alignment with what is supposed to be done. Every field or every department of humanity is just flourishing and expanding and glorifying, right? It's a it's a very beautiful one. So, I know some people who are writing this, so I understand there are a lot of people who are new. So let me just share. So Archangel Meditation, somehow we don't remember when we started, how many years ago. So we have no idea, but we have been doing it every Thursday, 9 a.m. Indian Standard Time. And this year, 2025, we started with, we do the Archangel Meditation, and then we refer the book. So we have been referring the book, The Wisdom of the Zodiac, that talks about the energies of full moon and the constellations that impact everyone and the kind of energies that are there. And if we understand those energies, how we can just be in alignment with it, and we can get much more benefit out of it, and we can grow and we can improve our lives. So it was very interestingly, I was checking, we started this in January. So in January, it was the full moon in the Capricorn. So we started with volume 4. So we have covered understanding the energies in the full moon of Capricorn. Then we went to the full moon of Aquarius, then Pisces, three of them. Then we completed the Aries and Taurus and Gemini. I would not say completed the entire book, but we just took whatever is it gives a good understanding. So all of you who are new, all of them are available on YouTube. They are there. Probably I'll request Jaydeep later to share that entire playlist. So whenever you have time, you can go from, or you can just wait when that time comes, then you go to directly that constellation. So when I went for vacation, we were on Gemini. We already celebrated the three biggest full moons of the year: the full moon of Aries, the full moon in Taurus, the full moon of Gemini. We completed the Gemini, and then I went missing for a good reason. So what we missed was the full moon in Cancer, and now what we are in, the full moon is there next week. It will be the full moon of Leo. So today I thought, such a long time, so we really need to come up together. So we will start that next time. But for all of us, for the 10 minutes that we have, I would like to share something so that we all are still coming back, you know, to the same so I'm going through the introduction of this book, that is the volume 2. So just stay with me. It's a beautiful one. The introduction and the title is Zodiacal Keynotes. Life must not be wasted because life does not belong to us. It's very interesting. Life must not be wasted, right? Do it belong to us? Do you think life belong to us? Because every time, if it belongs to us, probably we will not let go of it, no? Okay, you are mine. I am not leaving it. So life must not be wasted because life does not belong to us. Once we understand this, we can start taking steps to develop our divine nature. So when we understand this life is not mine, I am just given this for a certain period of time, but when I really understand, then I make use of my time here, right? We must develop ourselves in such a way that eventually we tune ourselves to the speed of evolution. So let's say what the author is saying here. If you notice, a lot of us, we see, right, that there are people, the way they have been 10, 20 years ago, they are still same, even worse. No changing. As if what are they doing, right? But then there are people, if you meet them after maybe 2 years, 1 year, and you will say, oh my God, you are just a different person, or I am a different person. So, what is the difference between those two beings who are decades after decades, either the same or becoming worse, and the one who is just changing like weather? Not in a bad way, but in a good way, right? So, that is the difference, that where one is actually trying to develop oneself. So, the author is saying this life does not belong to us, so we should not waste it. And understanding this, we must develop ourselves in such a way that eventually we tune ourselves to the speed of evolution. So, with the speed, the things are changing, the evolution is happening. We come so much in tune that we are evolving and becoming better and growing with that. In a very practical sense, a very, like few years ago, we had the system. Specifically, I'm taking example of India because that's where I am from. So my experience is, they were small shopkeepers, right? There were no highways, small shopkeepers. And then suddenly the mall system is coming into place. The highways are becoming there. So all those small shopkeepers who are not willing to change. No, I will not go and not be, I'll not pay rent. I'll not become a part of a bigger chain. It is I am an entrepreneur and I just want to be like that. Oh my God. Then they will just continue to crib the laws, that why there is highway now, my shop is, more people are not coming, people are going. What is happening in that case? So the person who is not changing with time suffers more. But then the same next door shopkeeper who says, okay, wow, mall, I will go there. And I'm same goes with the technology. A lot of people are not getting job because they're not well versed with the technology. A lot of people are not able to learn. And it is not that, so let's say, even if we talk about the mobile phones and all the apps and how to use, if you notice, there are so many elderly people who are coming with TikTok and videos, and they are just so, they are so techie, more techie than the Gen Z for that matter, and at times. And then there are ones who just say, no, 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 I don't know, it is very confusing. Now, how come, let's say, two 85 years old, one is very techie, one is not? What is the difference? The difference is the internal inability to change. Or, in other words, the attachment to the old. I am so much comfortable in the current, I don't want to change, right? So, the author is saying, when you understand this life doesn't belong to you, this is a time given for you to learn, to grow, to evolve as a soul. Otherwise, you will still come back again. And the cycle continues, and the suffering continues. So suffering continues because we deny that I don't want to change. And it is a very beautiful thing. In one of my experiences, what came up is that all the weaknesses that we are born with, every person has weaknesses, right? They are a very strong karmic debt. So we all talk about, okay, what is the karma I have to take care of? So, okay, if you have a karma, you cannot wake up in the morning. That is a karmic debt. You need to learn to wake up in the morning. It's like you look at your weaknesses, and that is one of the biggest karmic debt. Why? Because your weaknesses is something where you don't want somebody else to beat you. You yourself are beating yourself. You yourself are cutting your own legs. So my weakness, and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Today, when I was not able to wake up, I was my saying, my body, please help me. I'm sorry. My emotions, my mind, please help me. And then I was thinking, my body made me wake up at 6:30. Which part of me made me sleep again? It's really interesting when you look inward. it becomes really, really very interesting, no? So the author is saying that we must develop ourselves in such a way that eventually we tune ourselves with the speed of evolution. So it is like the world is evolving and I'm evolving. It becomes like a flow. And then when you flow, then there is no, you're not stuck, right? So it's a very beautiful thing. The author says the idea is illustrated in the Aesop parable of the tortoise and the hare. Now, this is the, I think, one of the most popular and the oldest story. The journey between that rivalry between the tortoise and the hare. There are so many memes also, right? So the author is saying that this idea is illustrated so long back because the tortoise had concentration and the sense of timing. He refused to stop walking in the race. It is like he was just, he just had the concentration, the timing, and a sense of timing, and he was just walking. He was not finding part of any race. Because in the race, you have to be fast, right? He was in his own speed going. But because the hare thought he could beat the tortoise without much effort, he started to fool around on the way. So the hare thought, oh my God, that's just tortoise going slowly, right? I can fool around. The majority of human beings are like the hare in this parable. They are fooling around in life, wasting their time, energy, and matter. We must start watching our physical, emotional, and mental life and find out what are the things that are retarding us and what are the things that are really speeding our evolution. And that is why, if you go in self development aspect, what comes? Meditation. What do you do in meditation? You sit. You're not competing. In every spiritual journey, we say, do not compare. There is no competition. There is no hurry. Because when we hurry, we are not being. And when we be, the expansion, healing, transformation automatically happens. As humans, we are so much in hurry, even if we have to pray and bless, even we pray like so fast. And I would really say, all of you, you can try it once. Same prayer. Say it very fast, probably 1000 times. Feel how you feel. And say it very slow, one time. And feel the difference. There's a lot of difference than when we do things with quality, right? It's no point in just going it mechanically, but to feel. So we must start watching our things, physically. Okay, where is it that I am not changing? Emotionally, where is it I'm not changing? Just imagine how many times we say, no, the people are so obsessed. Like, what will the person think? If you will do that, you will not have any time to think about what the other person will think about you because you are thinking about yourself. It is like if Rika is saying, Kim, I will tell you what is going wrong. You will say, Rika, you are telling me two things. I know 120 things in me. I can tell you I have a list. That is what I do. I see physically myself, there is the problem. I see emotionally myself, there is a problem. I see mentally myself, there is a problem. But I don't see myself and the problems as if I'm looking down, but I am looking up. I have something to do. Are you getting me? Looking inward, finding problems is not that where we see and look down on ourselves. It is like, okay, another obstacle course, another challenge. Let me see what I can do. Life becomes exciting with just you in it. So no loneliness, no feeling sad and bad because you have a lot to do. You're busy with yourself. And the more you work on yourself, the more resourceful you become. All of us are very similar. Health concerns, relationship concerns, financial concerns, breakups happening, divorces happening, fights happening, the job is not there. If it is there, then there's career issues. So when you look inward, when you say, okay, this is the problem, what works for me? Then you become that banyan tree, no? People comes, oh my God, how are you still happy? Then you say, okay, this is my branch. This is what I did this work. This is exactly what I do, by the way. I'm telling. Some people say, no, what do you do? I said, yeah, I follow, like, The problem comes, but then I just become friends with my problems, and then I say, okay, let's solve it together. Sometimes something works, sometimes something does not work. So what works, I say, okay, noted. What does not work, I put aside and try something else. And then that's how people like, they say, okay, Kim, you're talking very nice. So thanks to the problems. So this is how it is. So we must live a life that is planned, a life that is organized, a life that is mathematically designed and has a chart as its outline. So the author says you can actually create an actual chart and post it on your wall. On this chart, you will record the health and creativity of your body, emotions, and mind from day to day and month to month. You can chart your own ups and downs and correlate them to the particular zodiacal sign through which the sun is passing. So it is very interesting that if I'm trying to noting down that, okay, this is the challenge I'm going through, we just don't waste time in writing, right? It feels like a wasting time. But the fact is, it gives a lot of understanding. So if you are struggling with, just write down what you're going, write the date, month. And then when you will have a pattern, you will see, oh my God, during these months, during this constellation, when the sun is passing here, oh, this is the kind of challenges coming through. You will not need some astrologer to talk about it. You will say, okay. And then when I'm doing this, oh, this is transforming. Because every time when uh, the sun is moving and the moon is moving and the energy is going in a certain constellation, that constellation itself is a great being who has a particular job of helping humanity in a certain way to evolve. So when we are understanding, oh, this being is teaching me this, so if automatically I'm learning this, my challenges become less because I understand, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. So in this year, in the Archangel Meditation, we are trying to understand that what constellation is going on, what kind of energy, what is that constellation plan for me, and then we try to align ourselves in that same way. Good idea, right? For some, it may be complicated, but it is only complicated till the time we have not started it. So a lot of you who are new, we will share the entire playlist. You can just go and next week, Thursday, we will go ahead with the Leo. The Cancer aspect got missed this time. Let's finish with whatever is flowing, and whenever there's extra time, then I will come back and share a little bit related to the Cancer constellation. Sounds like a plan? Okay, then thank you so much, everyone. And now we have 200, I think, chant, right, Shadeep? That's what we have completed in Om Mani Padme Hum. Or,
Yeah,
right.
200 days.
200 days. Oh, wow. So many more chants. And I saw someone's testimonial who has been a part of this journey of Om Mani Padme Hum chanting, and how just being a part of group chanting has brought a lot of changes. So everything that we do brings a change. Everything. And if we do something that is more nicer, good vibrating, then that goodness comes. And if we continue to crib, then that kind of energies come in. So I request the Om Mani Padme Home team to take care, to take over, and let's inspire more people to be together and do more good. And I have seen all those volunteers, I can see their faces. It's glowing much more. And I also want to say it is not just the one who is at this point, speaking, but each and everyone who comes together is equally valued, equally important, and playing a very, very equally important role. And that's how we are all going to change and evolve, right? Welcome, Farzana. I love you. I love your video as well. So over to you, please. I'm very grateful to be a part and very grateful to see such beautiful work being done. So
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being part of all of us and helping us through this. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, welcome all for the Om Mani Padme Hum session. We're all here sharing joy, sharing happiness. We've been making a difference. We've been making a difference during the war. We've been making a difference during many times and many times which have been uncomfortable around the world. And now they have the tsunami. So let's also bless that and add that into our prayer. That may all the countries which are being affected by them be blessed. May all the people and everyone surrounding, concerned, and the nature beings and the nature spirits be blessed. Okay.
Can I take a privilege to add a little bit?
Yes, please.
So I really want to say to everyone, especially those who are new, like every mantra, every prayer has a certain vibration, certain kind of impact. Om Mani Padme Hum is one which is connected to the female Buddha, Lord Buddha Kuan Yin, and it is a mantra of compassion and mercy. And I have personally observed, even if I am humming it inside in an environment that is very stressful, it has a transmuting, transforming impact. So it is very safe even for children to chant. And it is not like, they can sing it along in their tune. That's such a beauty of this mantra. And in the time of crisis, in the time of wars, whenever somebody is suffering and you really want that being to help, this is, like super safe, you can say. Like this is a mantra, it just connects the heart, it has that ability to transform every negative into positive, every sickness into health, every emotional turmoil into peace, joy, love. So don't have a second thought with this mantra. You can never go wrong with it, no matter what you do. And use it in your day to day life as well. Do it in a group. You will already become a channel where your system is so much in alignment. And even when you feel in stressful environment, you repeat it in your mind and you will notice it is helping in the environment. And I think
Very true, very, very true. And we've been seeing it. So I think we have all the proof around it. And I think everyone, we've been having videos of how people have been blessed by it and how their lives have transformed. So I think it's an amazing, amazing method. Okay, let's all begin. Let's